We are here today to salute those of the World War II generation who helped save the world from tyranny. We also offer a special salute to the men and women of our armed services who are fighting the war on terror. We want them to know that their service is deeply, deeply appreciated.
Too much had been lost. Too much remained to be done. When President Truman addressed the nation, even as he proclaimed that the flags of freedom fly all over Europe, he reminded all Americans of those priceless lives that were rendered as a sacrifice to redeem our liberty. As the news spread and people poured into the streets to celebrate in New York, London, and Paris, cheers and laughter mixed freely with tears. And even in the midst of one triumph, we vowed to fight on and finish the war in the Pacific. Ladies and gentlemen, 70 years after that great turning point in the history of our world, we remember the sacrifice that was made to preserve freedom. Those who laid down their lives for a better future. While one mission was fulfilled in 1945, the cause of defending freedom is never finished. As President Truman put it, we must work to bind up the wounds of a suffering world, to build an abiding peace, a peace rooted in justice and in law. That is the pledge we make again today and every day. And no matter how difficult the challenges that lie ahead or what obstacles arise, we will never abandon this struggle. Because for all that has changed during the last 70 years, one thing never will. The United States of America will always stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of the world on the side of liberty and justice for all.
When the war ended at ceremonies in the Pentagon, the head of the Army, George Marshall, thanked and congratulated and praised that great generation. And he quoted Winston Churchill, who said, "Succeeding generations must not be allowed to forget their sacrifice and what they have done for us." One of the reasons we admire and love that generation so much is not only what they did for us between 1941 and 1945, but the example of how they have lived their lives since then. That is the greatness and grandeur of that generation. And as the silent artillery of time gradually erodes their numbers, it is so important for us to act as evangelists in their behalf so that school children, high school children, college students know their history and know what their debt to them is. God bless all of you, especially members of the greatest generation.
Here come the Texans, the 600 horsepower, 2 flights of 4. Listen to the sound that they make as they go over. 3 B-25 Mitchell bombers, 2 of them B-25s, 1 actually in Marine Corps PBJ-1 livery. PBY Catalina flying boats were deployed from Midway Island to search hundreds of miles of ocean for enemy ships. One of them found the Japanese fleet steaming toward Midway and radioed the information to American military planners. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the PBY Catalina. Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Wildcats. Here comes the fork-tailed devil, the P-38 Lightning, which shot down Yamamoto's plane. Here's the Liberator with the Mustangs. The Flying Fortress, 10 crew members in each aircraft. The F-4U Corsair, the bent wing bird. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the B-29. The missing man formation. It serves to remind us of those who sacrificed their future for that of our nation. The symbolic moment when a single aircraft breaks formation and soars skyward, leaving behind his comrades in arms.